Hello, this is Vinny Albano from the Culture Wave Media Network. I am reporting here to talk about the new. It is everywhere. There's so much coverage on it. Terrifier 3. This film was awesome in my opinion. There's a lot of people, whole horror community is loving this, I think, but there's also a vast majority of people who are absolutely hating on this series. For me, I've been in the horror community for nearly my entire life, very dedicated to this genre, and I really enjoyed this film. Terrifier 3 is just an experience through and throughout. It is one hell of a film, literally and metaphorically. This is by far my favorite too out of the three films. Terrifier 1 and 2 are a lot more goofier in their approach, and this one still does have its elements of over the top horror that is so over the top that it doesn't take itself too seriously, and it's very goofy, which I love about it, but it's also very melancholic and serious, and I wasn't expecting that. And that's what I liked about this is that this is the third in the franchise, and although it's staying true to its DNA and roots, it is also subverting your expectations and having really disturbing scenes that are taken seriously and very literally that will disturb you and strike you some fear, which I love. I really this whole franchise and this film is incredible for the horror community in my opinion because we are finally getting a new horror icon. Art the Clown is now an icon. He is an icon in my eyes, and I am sure there many other people will agree with me that finally we have a new character, a new monster, one that also has personality and is funny and disturbing at the same time, right? We've had Michael Myers and Freddy Krueger and Jason Voorhees for years and years and just over and over and over and over and over again. It's gotten repetitive, it's gotten boring. How much they're iconic. I love them as a horror fan, don't get me wrong, but after a while, we can only take a masked stoic killer for so long. Art brings very nuanced lore and energy to the horror community that has yet to be seen in a very long time. David Howard Thornton does an incredible job with art, and this entire film is just filled with passion. It is an exciting film because of that passion. Damien Leone, once again, writing and directing, he has made this film independently. He is not listening. He's not selling out to a studio. He is going all out, blood and guts. The gore here is insane. And this is what I'm kind of going back to when I first mentioned this in the review. A lot of people don't like this franchise. They don't like this film because simply they label it as mindless gore and nothing else. To that, I respond with, first off, we're 3 movies in, right? Okay? And this is not a series where you could kind of just jump in and be all handy dandy. No, you have to watch the first 2 to understand this. So, this is the third film. Like, what are you expecting by this point in time? Okay? And, sorry, I'm getting very, very aggressive, I guess. But the truth is that the gore is insane. It's so over the top where you are getting disturbed, which in a horror sense is doing its job, or you're just amazed by it because of how impressive it is on a technical level and how over the top and goofy it is to the point where it's like it's just fun. It is a fun and exciting time. Adding to that, some of the scenes with now a higher budget compared to the first two being very low budget, and this still being low budget but significantly higher at a $2 million budget. But there are so many scenes that are utterly shocking, just so many moments that I will never forget. And that's what I love. The fact that I was literally, and I mean literally, at the edge of my seat with my jaw dropped because I was completely blown away from what I was seeing on my screen. Just an utter what the hell, you know? I like that a film can conjure that many strong emotions out of me. And hell, it might be shock value for shock value's sake, but it's still exciting. And I think that it did its job there. I also, another thing that makes this film my favorite out of the franchise, to be brutally honest, the first two, although I don't think they're that great. But this one I think is great because we're getting an evolving story here. The world building here and the subtle lore that is being dropped and we're seeing these parallels, these very dark parallels to Christianity and religions and demonic mythology. It is fascinating. It adds this level to the film where we started, the first film being this, fun B movie slasher film, is now feeling so much more grander than where we started. And I love that. I love the fact that we are feeling the evolution. Yeah, that was really all of my thoughts for Terrifier 3. I think it's exciting. I think it's pretty rad. It's not a film where bombastically saying this is the best horror film of our generation. I don't I don't think that's I might be giving this high praise, but it's definitely not that. But for what it is, for its goriness and just absolute craziness of a film, it does its job very well. So I'm going to give this a 8 out of 10. I'm very excited to see what is to come in Terrifier 4. And yeah, that was really it. So this has been me from Vinny Albano from the Culture Wave Media Network. If you want to check out more of our content very similar to this, you could check out our Instagrams, our Facebook, and all of our other social medias down below. And yeah, that will be it. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.
This is the culture.